What's good, y'all? Master Yoshi here with Lucinda, my beautiful 2009 Honda CBR600rr. And today I'm going to talk to you about why this is one awesome motorcycle. Yes, sir. What's good, y'all? Master Yoshi here, and I've had Lucinda here for over 2 years. Put over 12,000 miles on it. I know that ain't that much for y'all who really be out here riding like that. And I've done so much with it. I've experienced so much with it, from doing maintenance on it. All right, so now I'm gonna bleed both of the calipers. Taking a 500-mile road trip.
Pavement ends? What? Oh, hell no.
Dropping her. Taking her to the Trizac. Give me that butt! Taking her on group rides. God damn! Trying to learn how to touch that knee to the ground. And I rode a few other motorcycles, like a Harley Davidson Street Glide.
Hey, cruise control engaged, my boy.
A Yamaha FZ09.
Oh, shit!
And others that I ain't getting no film on. But I really do think this is an awesome motorcycle. And I want to tell y'all a few of the points as to why. So one of the things that makes me say this thing is awesome is I feel like it is so smooth and just so well refined. With all the other motorcycles I've ridden, this thing just seems so easy to find neutral in. Whether the engine's on or off, it's just easy to get into neutral. And that's just a sign of usability right there. It's just so easy, so smooth. It's awesome. And it just feels so agile, you know what I'm saying? You get out here, you be doing shit like this, with ease. At least that's how I feel about it. Now I know other motorcycles, they dip in, do whatever too, but I'm not comparing this to other motorcycles. I'm just saying this thing is flat out awesome. And I feel like if you get this bike, you really need to take the time, save up the money to one day hit the track. I know y'all are probably tired of hearing me saying it, but for you new folks to the channel, listen. If you get you a bike like this or anything else, you need to take it to the track to really see its potential, to really see what you're missing out on. If you never take this thing to the track, I feel like that's the same or the equivalent of buying one of those new quad HD, whatever the hell they are now, them 8K ultra high definition TVs, and only watching VCR movies on it. You are never going to see that TV's full potential, and you will never see your motorcycle's full potential if you don't take it to the track. Well, sports bike, that is. There's so many layers to this thing, I feel like. When you're out here on the street, you're like, oh man, this thing is awesome. It's doing this thing, you know what I'm saying? You might be trying to do, I don't know, highway shootouts, and you might feel like your bike is slow. But once you take it to the track and you see it in its true environment, it's a whole nother story by that point. In terms of comfort, I'm only 5'9", you know what I'm saying? I ain't that tall, but I feel like it's relatively comfortable. I told y'all I did that 500-mile road trip. The only thing that was really in pain was my ass cheeks, but that's because I was riding on the stock seat. I got this Corbin on here now. I haven't done a road trip like that yet, but with the smaller trips I have done, it takes much longer, and I don't think I've ever even noticed butt cheek fatigue with this seat. It's relatively comfortable. I mean, you could do it, but it's probably best if you're in some sort of physical shape. You know, it's best if you got some sort of core muscles. I say it's relatively comfortable because you don't have to lean over much with this bike. You can sit up pretty straight, especially if you got decently long arms like I'm basically sitting straight up like I'm on on that FZ09. Now, of course, the handlebars have to be up here to really be sitting up straight. But if you got the God-given equipment, you'll be all right. And in terms of all the work I've done on this bike, the most invasive, I guess you could say, or the most labor-intensive thing I've done was I checked my valve clearances at the recommended mile. I believe it's 17,000 or something like that. I checked them. Thankfully, they was in spec, because if I had to get them back into spec, it would have taken much more work. But yeah, that was the most labor-intensive thing I've done. Everything else, routine maintenance. Parts are easy to find, pretty inexpensive, and everything's pretty easy to do. I mean, but I guess that's all relative too, because everything I've done so far is just remove and replace. I really haven't had to do any fabrication or anything like that. Parts are abundant. Another great thing about this bike is it's essentially been the same motorcycle since 2007, all the way up to the current 2021 model. Same frame, a bunch of the same parts. So parts are a plethora. Another great thing about Lucinda, man, I just think this bike is just so damn sexy. Especially when you throw on your nice custom, wrap that you did yourself, and you park this hoe outside of cycle gear. She be turning heads like a motherfucker. Even that light, she be turning heads. Plumber Road, let's see, what is this? Do you see me? I know with Corona Apocalypse, these things are hard to find, but you can find yourself something old like this. Pay, no more than $5,000, even with current prices, if you can find yourself a good deal. And depending on course of who you are, if you ride anything like me, you will find that you can get so much enjoyment out of this. I've had it for 2 years, and I'm nowhere near close to mastering this thing and truly getting bored of it. If you have any type of temperament like me, man, or riding style like me, you will see that you haven't unlocked all the levels yet. There's so much more to this bike that is yet to be seen. You know what I'm saying? I still haven't put on the sticky ickiest of tires and been to the track, letting her seeing what she could do. There's still much to see. Also, this is an exceptional bike. If you ever plan on, having a stable of bikes, this is a great addition, I feel like. And when I'm at the track, or the last time I was at the track, so many people say, do not get rid of this bike. I got rid of mine, I miss it, or I got rid of one, wrote all these other things, came back to it, and man, it is just awesome. Heard this many, many times. Let's see. All right, y'all. Y'all looking at me? Y'all looking at me? Y'all looking at me? Appreciate you. I just found this place the other day. It is pretty interesting looking up in here. But yeah, so many people say, man, I wish I would have held on to mine. And everybody, I have not seen one person. Of course, I know people probably won't come and tell you, hey, man, you need to get you a different bike. But I've heard nothing but good things from experienced track riders when it comes to this bike. And again, if you plan on having multiple bikes, this is a great thing to have in your garage. It's fun, comfortable enough to get, hours of riding in my opinion. Plenty of power to, get a little reckless from time to time, when you're in that type of mood. But yeah, this little area is nice. Providence Place, I believe it's called. But yeah, y'all, this thing is awesome. And I want to thank y'all for tuning in to another Master Yoshi video. We finna just ride the bitch out. But yeah, man, that's all I got. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all stay blessed. Don't be too stressed. Master Yoshi out. Peace.